Hello everyone, this is Saurabh Kumar and I welcome you all to my channel The Connections. So today's video is related to the topic that we are going to discuss. A very interesting topic it is. We are going to talk about India's secret airbase, that is the Farkhor airbase in Tajikistan. Let's discuss all the interesting facts and strategic importance of the Farkhor airbase. So let's start the video. Before starting, if you're not subscribed the channel, do subscribe it and hit the bell icon to get interesting notifications like this to you as soon as I upload the video. So let's get started. So before we discuss the Farkhor airbase, let us first discuss briefly Tajikistan. Tajikistan is a landlocked country in Central Asia. It used to be a part of Soviet Union. It got independence in 1991 when the Soviet Union disintegrated. It operates a small army and an air force. Talking about the Farkhor airbase. In the year 1996, the Indian Foreign Intelligence Agency, the Research and Analysis Wing (RAW), started negotiations with Tajikistan to use the Farkhor airbase to transport high-altitude military supplies to the Afghan Northern Alliance in their fight against the Taliban, service their helicopters and gather intelligence. At that time, there was a small military hospital in the Farkhor region which the Indian military operated. This hospital was used to treat Afghan Northern Alliance members injured in fighting with the Taliban. In 2002, the news leaked that India was setting up an air base at Farkhor and the Indian government has to accept that. Russian assistance was also involved in the process. The airbase was in a rundown condition as it was not used since 1980s. The Indian government issued a $10 million tender to a private builder in 2003 to restore the airbase by 2005. But the builder defaulted and the Border Road Organization jumped into action to complete the work, and by 2006 there were reports that Indian government was considering the deployment of MiG-29 Squadron at Farkhor airbase. Talking about the strategic importance of Farkhor airbase. Farkhor airbase is strategically very important for India. It is located just 900 kilometers away from Pakistan, which brings the Pakistani capital in the striking range of Indian Air Force fighters. Pakistan has always considered India its biggest threat. Thus, all Pakistani military assets are concentrated to cover the vast border with India. All Pakistani Air Force bases are located near LOC, away from the Afghanistan border. As Pakistan does not consider Afghanistan a threat, Pakistan's air defense network is also deployed in a manner to cover the LOC and the adjoining regions. Thus, in the case of conflict, the Pakistani will be totally surprised if Indian fighters from the Farkhor airbase enter the Pakistan from the Afghanistan border, strike important locations such as the capital Islamabad, and return back without any resistance, as the assets will be deployed to cover LOC. This will open up an unexpected front with Pakistan in case of full-blown conflict. It will create confusion in the Pakistani High Command, which will give India a significant edge. These bases in Tajikistan give the Indian Air Force an edge over Chinese Air Force as well. The reasons are the same. The Chinese would never anticipate an Indian offensive from Tajikistan. The Farkhor airbase can be very well used to disrupt the supply lines through the China-Pakistan Economic Corridor, that is abbreviated as CPEC corridor. Talking about the current deployment, both Indian government and Tajikistan government are silent over the current deployment, and they have a serious reason to do so. The main objective of Farkhor airbase is to retain an element of surprise. Thus, it is obvious for the Indian government to share any little information in the public domain. And this information that I am telling you all is the only information that is provided by the Indian government. So, Farkhor airbase is a very important asset of Indian armed forces, both strategically and geopolitically. It will help India to expand its influence over Central Asia, which will indeed counter the rising Chinese influence. India and Tajikistan share a very strong military relation. Tajikistan officers are trained at various Indian institutes. Thus, India must look forward to expanding its military presence in Tajikistan. So this was all about the Farkhor airbase in Tajikistan. Hope you liked the video. Thank you for listening and watching.